All right, and record here.
Recording in progress.
All right, here we go.
Yo, 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 it's your man's Big Daddy Roughneck. You're tuned into the Gary Brugman Podcast. Prepare to be entertained.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Gary Brugman Podcast, episode number 87. We're here today. I'm back from Colorado. I'm going to tell you all about that trip. Got some things to talk about on the agenda here. There's my man, Big Daddy Roughneck. We're going to have a good time, so hold on to something tight because we'll be banging off all kinds of guardrails today. So let's get to it. Yo, yo, yo.
My brother, from another mother. How you doing?
I am fantastic, brother. How are you feeling these days?
Beautiful.
Yeah?
Beautiful. I am. I can't believe you would never guess I was going into round 3 of chemo.
I know, dude. I look at you and I'm like, how the hell is this guy doing this, man? It's
only one way.
Yeah.
Keep moving forward.
Well, I keep telling you, bro, you're gonna get through this shit. You're gonna make it, and I got no doubt about that in my mind, bro. Hey, mute button. That's pretty cool.
Thank you. Mute button. There's gonna be a lot of that going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. We're gonna have quite a bit of that happening today, man. This cough from this trach that they gave me isn't going away. It's gotten worse. Plus, my trip to Colorado up in it wasn't sub-zero, but it was single-digit weathers. Didn't do my chest any good.
Well, that's sub 32. No, thank you. You can have it.
Yeah, no kidding, man. It was a good trip, but yeah, dude, well, I'll tell you about that in a minute. But you coughed, so.
Oh, we're not playing that game.
You started it. All right, before I forget, I'm going to dedicate this podcast to a young lady that has helped me out quite a bit. She took care of my mom. She took care of a lot of things for me while I was in the hospital, and I can never, ever, ever thank her enough. All right, Kim Fur, this podcast is for you. Episode 87 is dedicated to your sweet self. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for everything you do. Love you to death. Thank you so much. This one's for you, Kim Fur. So, brother, drove to Colorado last week. It was really cool. We stopped in
that drive.
10 and a half hours. Well, 11 and a half because I stopped for an hour in Childress, Texas and saw a buddy of mine, Rob, that with a whip machine, make silencers, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we went and toured his facility and hung out and told a few stories. And I met him last year at Texas Range Day. Man, the guy's great, bro. He's awesome. He's one of a kind too. I got to get him on the podcast here. But spent an hour with him. Was glad to see him. I hadn't seen him since last April when I met him. We talk all the time, but I hadn't seen him. And from there we took off. Went up into the mountains, got to Colorado to my bro Brick's house. Kim passed out while we were driving, and we were going through the mountains, bro. And it was just pitch black, and she decided she was gonna lie down and take a nap. So I had to kind of drive like this because my arm would have been right where her face is, you know. So I'm driving down the road and I'm like this, trying to go through the mountains. But we got there. It was cool. It was 15 degrees when we got there, bro.
Wow.
And I hadn't seen my buddy Brick in about 6 years. And he's got a cool crib up there, elk on the wall, nice house, just been remodeled. And the next day we went out to Royal Gorge. All right. Went out to Royal Gorge, and that's in Canyon City, Colorado. And dude, we got there, and it doesn't look like much, but when you're heading to it and you're looking on Google Maps, you see this big black line. And it's like, dude, what the hell is this? It's like 1,000 foot. I FaceTimed you from there, dude. It's like 1,000 foot drop from the bridge to the bottom, bro. I was like, holy. And there's a train that runs down there.
Really?
Yeah, right at the bottom of the gorge. There's like a little freaking river, and there's train tracks. And there's a train that
looks little. Well, the river looks little.
Yeah. Well, yeah. From 1,000 feet up, it does. But I've got to go back and ride that train, dude. I got to ride the bottom of the gorge.
Okay.
But it was awesome, man. We went out there, took some pictures, and there's a gondola that goes back on a cable back and forth, right?
Yeah, I know. You showed me that.
I wanted to take the gondola back, and we started heading that way, bro, but I couldn't make it up the hill. With
The altitude?
the altitude and the incline, I was like, I got that COVID, stuff still happening.
Yeah. Right. You're not 100% yet. I understand.
And so I couldn't make it all the way up. So I had a can of oxygen. You
were telling me about that. I think that is absolutely insane that you bought a can of air.
$16.
$16,
dude, and it was menthol flavored.
It was menthol air. Get the hell out of here!
It is. I got it right over here.
So it's like a Newport.
Exactly. Dude, but I tell you, I was walking up the hill, and I was breathing heavy, because I was exerting myself. My heart rate's still fast, and I was breathing heavy, and I took a couple of hits of that oxygen. And sat down. I was like, dude, amazing. I felt better. Dude, it was like, wow, I freaking had oxygen.
Yeah, probably went from like 92% oxygen to 99 oxygen.
Instantly.
Like
Yep, instantly. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been at like 8,000 feet altitude, but it'll kick your ass, bro.
Yeah, no, I never paid attention to altitude.
Like on the East Coast, you really don't have to. It's once you get into the Rockies that you pay attention to that shit.
Right.
Right.
Even up in Maine, there's some big mountains up in Maine.
Yeah, but they ain't 8 to 10,000 feet though.
No.
They ain't a mile high.
No.
Yeah, but dude, it was a good trip. And then the next day we went out to that night we went to dinner. I saw a bunch of friends of mine that I hadn't seen since 2003. I had a buddy of mine up there, Vin Man. He was from New Jersey. He was a cop out there, and unfortunately, back in 2003, his wife was coming down the mountain in the snow, and drove off the side of the mountain and died. And he was supposed to come to Texas because he was pretty fucked up over it. He was supposed to come to Texas and visit me. I said, listen, man, it was when I was going through my investigation shit. I was like, listen, man, I'm off of work. I'm on suspension without pay. So come down to Texas and we'll ride. I said, fuck it, we'll ride to Florida. I got nothing going on. We'll ride to Florida. So he was like, you know what, bro? I'm going to go. So he was supposed to come with my buddy Stealth. And he was supposed to be there on a Friday. I still remember. And Stealth calls me. I was like, dude, where you guys at? I'm waiting on you. You're supposed to, call me hours. And they're like, man, Vin Man's gone, man. He killed himself. I was like, shit. Oh, so I went up to Colorado for his funeral. And that was the last time I was like up there to like hang out. I've driven through it, but not to hang out, Right. So I had dinner with a bunch of those guys that I hadn't seen since 2003. My brother Toe Critter and Stealth and a bunch of Iron Pig guys, brother. So they reminded me that back then when Vinny's funeral, they were like, yeah, remember that mountain? I was like, yeah, dude, that was crazy. He goes, you remember you rode that motorcycle down the mountain in the snow and ice? I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that. I went up to Vin Man's house and I rode his freaking fat boy down the freaking mountain, dude, in snow and ice and like freaking 20-degree weather. Why? I don't know. Why we couldn't trailer it? I don't know, but I rode it down the mountain, man.
Because somebody said it couldn't be done, probably.
Right. But we had a good time. Some brothers I hadn't seen since 2003. It was freaking great. They made me feel at home. And the next day we went out to Garden of the Gods, bro. Garden
of the Gods.
Yeah, it's some big rock formations and stuff. And they named it something, and that means Garden of the Gods. And this property had been aired down, through a couple of generations and stuff.
Right.
And then they finally gave it to the city of Colorado Springs if they promised that it would remain free forever. So you can go there. It's free. You just go and drive around, and it's beautiful, bro. It's amazing.
Wow.
And it's free. So that was a good time too. We took some pictures there, and just looking at these formations are incredible, man. I had my binoculars. I was trying to see what I saw. I saw a couple of eagles landing. not bald eagles, but I saw a couple of eagles landing.
Right.
And I think I saw like a mountain lion or a bobcat, but it disappeared on me too quick to figure it out.
You saw some cave people?
Yeah,
Do the hills have eyes?
No. Didn't see any Haitians. No Haitians at all.
No Haitian.
But no, it was good, man. And then we went to Vail, bro. We went to Vail and we checked out this cool little park full of lights, and we ended up going to the 10th Mountain whiskey and something I forgot. It was a bar and it was really good. I got me a shirt, but it was so cold, dude. I had a hot toddy with some brandy, with some 10th Mountain brandy. It was good. It was good. And in the cold, we warmed up. Man, it was so great. I got to take you there, bro. You got to go there with me.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, you're gonna buy a bottle of fucking oxygen too. I guarantee you will.
Like hell, I'll ever pay for a bottle of water. I could get water free.
Dude, well, here's the deal. Just like when we used to get trainees in the Border Patrol and we used to go hit the brush and I tell them, hey, go get your Camelback. Go get your Camelback. So they're like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, no. Go get your freaking Camelback because freaking 2 miles into this brush, you're going to be like, excuse me, Journeyman Brugman, I'm thirsty. And shut the fuck up. You should have brought your.
Getting mine.
Yeah, well, if you don't buy your own oxygen, you're not getting mine.
And you were a hoodlum on this trip too. I saw.
What do you mean?
Well, there was a photo from video evidence showing you doing graffiti on the bottom of a vehicle.
Hey, it's a tradition, okay? It's a tradition. No, that was Cadillac Ranch. So the cold hit us. The winter storm came through. We saw the wildfires in Colorado too.
Did
right?
you really? Yeah,
we drove by on the highway and we saw the smoke and dude, they covered the whole sky. But poor people, man, they lost over 1,000 homes, man.
Yeah.
And it hit so fast. The whole wildfire was only like a day and a half.
But dude, that wind, when you're dealing with fire and then the wind, it's just, the conditions are just, you better just get the flock out and save your life.
Big, yeah. And it destroyed a lot of homes, man. I mean, it was bad as fast as it went through there. But the winter storm came and we hunkered down in a hotel. And then we were like, you know what? We might as well just head back a day early because where we wanted to go, the roads were closed and full of ice. I didn't have 4-wheel drive in my truck. The beautiful,
bing bong,
the beautiful,
no 4-wheel drive.
I was trying to save money, and so I didn't get the 4-wheel drive. I figured, you know what? I've had 4 Silverados, none of them in 4-wheel drive. I've never needed it, but next time it'll be 4-wheel drive. So now I've learned. I'm already looking at getting rid of this thing.
You know the motto: rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
I know it, but I was being cheap. I just said that.
This guy. They crack you over the head with a loaf of semolina over there.
So we headed back to Texas, and the great state of Colorado. Thank you, great state of Colorado, because we were trying to get to Vail. The storm was coming down, and it just wasn't happening. I was going sideways on the freaking highway. I was like, you know what, we ain't gonna make it. It's time to get off the exit. So the exit kind of took me around and was taking me up a hill to get to the other side, right? So,
no bueno.
So going up the hill, I wasn't making it. I'm turning to the right, and I'm going up sideways, So I decided I was going to turn around, and some cars were backed up, and this guy in a pickup truck with a plow says "State of Colorado." I like one of those DOT guys,
Right.
Says, "Doesn't that thing have 4-wheel drive?" I was like, nah, man, it's only rear-wheel drive. He goes, why don't you go back to Texas?
Oh, Minga.
Dude, I looked
over there.
Dude, I fucking looked at it. I was like, why don't you go fuck yourself?
Yeah, that's right. That's how we reply. That's how we reply.
Yep, straight up, dude. Right? He was outside the passenger window. Kim was sitting there, and he said that, and she looked at me. I was like, why don't you go fuck yourself? And he kind of like looked and just kept on driving. I think he got pissed, but he didn't want to stop. He was in an official vehicle, you know?
Right.
But thanks, Colorado. Made me feel right at home. But, dude, one thing cool about Colorado, well, one thing that's uncool is they can't drive for shit, even on dry roads, all right? Can't drive for shit. So,
They're all high.
but they think they can. So when you honk at them, they right away, without even thinking about it, give you a finger right in the mirror.
No way.
I fucking loved it, dude.
York City.
Dude, and here in Texas, I honk at everybody. Boom, get out the way. Boom, you know, a courtesy honk, honk, you know, beep, beep. You know? But, dude, you honk at somebody in Colorado, right away, dude, the finger. Wow. The finger in the rearview mirror. And so, some of them will even, like, look in the rearview mirror and think it's your face and, like, point at the rearview mirror, like, back and forth, be like...
Oh, that is funny. That is funny. But that, you know, that I hear that terrible drivers because, you know, what is it, 3/4 of the state is smoking pot.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. And I was talking to my friends who happen to be all cops, right? And they were saying that, dude, there's so many robberies up there, and because because all those weed shops, they don't take cards. They only deal in cash.
Yeah, I know, because they can't deal with a bank.
Right. So, but they're always they're moving freaking tons of money and weed. So they're getting hit all the time. So, you know, hey, you want to sell weed?
Wow.
You want to sell weed? I guess that's, you know, occupational hazard, you know? But we came back, and getting back to your graffiti point, we made it back to Amarillo, Texas, and we stayed there overnight. And we went to the Cadillac Ranch, and I hadn't been there in many, many years. And took him to the Cadillac Ranch, and she digged it. I mean, there's really not much to see. It's just a dozen Cadillacs stuck in the freaking ground that's been there forever.
Right. It's all outdoor seating or something, right?
Huh?
It's like all outdoor seating?
There's no seating. It's just a big field with a dozen Cadillacs stuck into the ground nose first.
Oh, that's not the spot that has the bar there and everything goes on outside?
No. It's just a bunch of Cadillacs stuck in the dirt, and people go there and they have spray cans there, so you can type your name. It ain't gonna be there for long because somebody's gonna go and paint over it, you know. Right. But I wrote my sponsor's name on one of the Cadillacs, 5150 rifles. So 5150 rifles, man. Did you see that new freaking gun that they're putting out? They showed a preview of it. No?
Dude, the 001?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
That's the shit I do like.
Yeah.
That's nice. And they're a small company too, right?
Yeah. They're just starting out.
Pop business. Right?
Yep. They're just starting out. And
support that.
5150 rifles. Go to 5150rifles.com and check it out. But yeah, man, it was a good trip. We made it back, chilled out, watched some Yellowstone, and it was a good trip.
Yellowstone.
Oh, dude.
Season finale.
Yeah, that was good shit, bro.
Wasn't it?
That was good shit. But let's go back home for a minute, man. First of all, New York City's out of control. All right? New York's out of control. They dropped the charges on Cuomo for the nursing home bullshit.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, big time.
You are totally underplaying it. New York City is like, what was the Mad Max one? Escape from LA? This is Escape from New York.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, that was Kurt Russell's Escape from New York.
It is the Badlands.
Yep. Especially since they passed, you know, all those freaking get out of jail free laws a few years ago. I mean, the place is a fucking mess, you know. But fucking De Blasio's finally gone. That motherfucker. Didn't it seem like he was there forever? Didn't it?
Was three terms.
That's 12 years.
That's
or 6 years.
You know who changed that? That was
Bloomberg.
Bloomberg changed that. Yeah.
Right, but how long is the term? Is it 4 years now?
As mayor, yeah, I think it's 4 years.
So he was there 12 years?
Yeah, he was there a decade.
No shit.
Yeah, cool decade. Yeah.
That's insane, dude. And all he did was fuck up New York City, bro.
Mission accomplished in his eyes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Exactly. His daughter gets freaking busted firebombing a police car. You know, it's just big time bullshit, dude. But now they got freaking Adam West.
Adam,
no, that's Batman, dude. That's Batman. What the fuck's the guy's name? Mayor West. What's his first name? David.
David Allen West, something like that.
Some shit like that. Yeah. But the guy was what was he? The chief of D's back in New York City, chief of detectives, or he was a high ranking cop.
I don't even remember because he wasn't even on my radar. You know, I don't even care.
Right. But he was a high ranking official. He's a chief of something, chief of patrol, chief of detectives, or some shit in the NYPD. So, but apparently he's supposed to clean up the city. Says he's bringing back the street crimes unit, which would be great because the street crimes unit did a lot, bro. They were probably one of the most productive units in the NYPD, which is probably why De Blasio got rid of them.
Question:
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about stop and frisk?
Well, I mean, it depends. It depends what you're looking at. Is it effective? Yes, I think it's effective. Very effective. Is it legal constitutionally? Depends. Probable cause, reasonable suspicion, all that shit. You know,
which all could be made up. It's a broad spectrum you could choose from.
I mean, yeah, exactly. But is it effective? If you're asking me if it's effective, it's effective. Yes.
Right. It's effective when you're using it in the neighborhoods where you know gangs are operating.
Right. But, you know, believe it or not, even gang members have rights.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's exactly what I was going to get to next.
Right.
I was never a fan of the stop and frisk. It gave the cops a reason to roust up anybody they choose.
Well, again, here's the deal. Like the Border Patrol was a difficult thing because, you know, a lot of times you need probable cause. And when you're stopping cars on the highway, you know, when you're doing our job, we need reasonable suspicion, which is a lot less, you know. So ironically, like a lot of the shit that goes on down on the border is profiling. It's not called that, but it is, you know, because, you know, we just, it's ironic. The two agencies that I worked for, we can stop vehicles just because of suspicion. All right, because like when I was in the Coast Guard, we stopped boats. We don't need a reason. We just stop you to do an inspection because we feel like it. Right. I mean, and they were like, well, what gives you that right? You need suspicion. I said, well, no. Here's the thing: in the Coast Guard, when you're out on a boat, you know, you don't need a license to drive a boat. All right,
right.
You could be a 12-year-old kid and be driving a 43-foot cigarette boat with 440s on it.
I don't think so anymore.
You still can. You
have to take a boating safety course.
But it's not a license.
It's not, but that's general knowledge.
Right. But the thing is, since you don't need a license, it's not regulated, we can stop you randomly to perform a safety inspection. We don't need a reason to stop you. It's like, ooh, we like your boat. We're going to stop you and check out your documents, make sure you're in compliance with all federal laws and regulations.
Right, registration.
Right. In the Border Patrol, right, a sound producing device. I had a guy come up and freaking whistle one time. He was like, hey, how's that for a sound producing device? I was like, yeah. How about I take you back to the dock and keep you there for 8 hours? How's that? I got all day. I'm on duty all weekend. You know? So, but the Border Patrol is the same way because we can stop vehicles based on whether they look like they were riding low in the back, you know, loaded with dope or people.
Right.
You got a brand new freaking Escalade XL with, you know, some guy in a freaking wife beater t-shirt, white knuckling it like this, you know, or even the routes that they're taking. We run a license plate like where Eagle Pass was.
Right.
Like if you go down one highway in Eagle Pass, it takes you to Laredo. The other one takes you to San Antonio, right? So if we ran a license plate and the license plate's going to San Antonio and it comes back from Laredo, it's like, well, why are they here? Because you can get on the highway from Laredo and go straight to San Antonio. There's no reason to come here from Laredo and go up this way. You know,
no reason to go to Eagle Pass.
Right, exactly. Or if you're going back to Laredo because you have family in Eagle Pass, why ain't you going that way and you're heading up this way to just just things like that. So we needed reasonable suspicion. So which is 1996 when they killed Agent Jefferson Barr at Eagle Pass Station. The governor, which was I think at the time was I think it was George Bush, came back and said, you know what? We're putting DPS down there because one thing about the Border Patrol, you can't stop vehicles for traffic laws because we're not cops. We're federal agents. We can't stop them for a tail light. We can't stop them for, So they used to team us up. Huh?
Speeding?
That's state law. They got nothing to do with us. Registrations, insurance, none of that shit is any of our business. But they teamed us up. So now the trooper can pull him over for what he needed to, and I can ask him questions on immigration, know? Or the troopers can't stop him without probable cause. We need a reasonable suspicion. So we're like, hey, stop that car. I'm going to check his immigration papers. Dude, one time I stopped the freaking vehicle. He didn't want to stop. And the guy finally pulled over, and I read him the riot act. I said, dude, I've been trying to stop you for a mile. You're the only one on the freaking highway. And he was giving me a hard time. Whatever. I was just about done with the stop. Sheriff's deputy rose up on me. The guy was calling 911 saying the Border Patrol was trying to stop me. He needed help.
What?
Yeah. The sheriff's deputy says, yeah, we got a 911 call. This guy said you're trying to stop him. I said, yeah, I'm trying to fucking stop him. And I said, you called 911 on my ass?
Wait a second.
Wait just a damn minute here.
Wait right here.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
Dude. We took everything out of that car except for the rocker panels, bro.
What goes through these people's mind to run from the police?
But we're not the police. We're the Border Patrol. And the way
flashing behind you, you gotta pull over.
I agree. But this brings me back to the point that I made last time is when we were catching these people back, when I was an agent, they'd be like they'd run, they'd fight, they'd throw you in the water, they'd throw rocks at you, and then when you caught them, they'd be like, please have mercy on me, please. I'm like, so you want me to have mercy on you and let you into my country when the first thing that I see you doing in my country is attacking a federal agent, throwing rocks at him? What do you think you're going to do to the public, to my American citizens here?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a line of shit, bro. But and things are still out of control on the border right now, bro. I mean, Eagle Pass and Del Rio are getting swamped, man. The governors sent freaking helicopters and more troopers down there. I mean, it's insane, bro.
It's amazing. We're gonna have to wait. Let's say it was 3 more years.
Yeah, I know.
You just started.
Oh, that's freaking sick, bro. Dude, not when is it? Not even a year, and look at all the shit this motherfucker's fucked up already.
Well, you hear some good things coming down the political pipe. Ted Cruz floats the idea of a Biden impeachment.
Mm-hmm. That would be great, bro.
He's 90-10 that they're going to take the House and 50-50 they're going to take the Senate, but I believe they're going to take both.
I think they're going to take both, bro. I think they're going to take both. And then, dude, and then you're going to see more executive orders over shit that's unconstitutional, bro.
Right. Well, then the next step is, wait, did I hear correctly that Nancy Pelosi is moving to Florida?
Mm-hmm.
And she's been packing, all her staff is quitting and she's packing her shit up.
That's what I heard.
Running?
Nope.
Is she in an election this year?
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
Strange.
Huh? Strange. Maybe she's made enough millions by cheating the fucking stock market already that she don't need to be in Congress anymore.
Yeah, she moves to number 2 in line.
Yeah.
If they get rid of Biden.
My hat's crooked. There we go.
There you go. Oh, essay. Yeah, you got pulled down. So
yeah, pull yours down. Your forehead's annoying me.
My it's shining too bright.
Yeah.
It's amazing. My forehead is like fucking half my head now.
Right, no shit, right? Yeah, dude, so talking about losing your hair, right? Dude, my hair has thinned out quite a bit since I had COVID, bro.
Has it?
Yeah, dude. Like before, I had this big. I'm losing hair, but I always had, right? But before, I had this
thick?
this thick head of hair, And I don't see myself losing any, but when I feel it, it just feels really soft and thin now.
Soft and thin?
Yeah, dude, it's just, fuck you. I see what you did there.
Dave DeVito, did you catch that one? I was about to hit it out of the park, but I'm going to lay off.
Dave DeVito ain't listening to this podcast anymore.
Yeah, he is.
Nah, I know.
We're in his rotation.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, dude, like that, I've noticed my hair is freaking thinning. I can't get rid of this freaking cough. My memory's still here and there. I don't know, I try to remember shit from when I woke up, and I still don't know if it's real or not. Shut up.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So your brain's firing.
Yeah. Man, I don't have it. Where is it?
Not me. When I go to sleep, I don't see nothing. It's just like, I don't know nothing until I wake up.
One more thing about Colorado, man. One more thing about Colorado that I forgot. I finally found the sheets my drawers.
No.
I found the sheets my drawers. He was hiding out in Evergreen, Colorado. He's hiding out in Evergreen, Colorado. I tried to apprehend him, but he threw me across the table, bro. Dude, that's a strong dude, bro.
I saw you had him in almost a full, real naked chokehold. You almost had it on him.
Dude, I went around and I grabbed him, right? I gave him a hug, and the motherfucker clamped down on me. He was like, dude, so good to see you. And I was like, dude, and he wasn't even trying, bro, and he was crushing me, bro.
Wow.
That's a strong dude. So Nate the Hollander, Justice Tactical, brother, I had such a good time with you, man. We had such a great time. And we hung out for a couple of hours yet at a Mexican restaurant. Dude, but I found the sheets my drawers. Mission accomplished. Mission fucking accomplished. But hey, getting back on topic.
I got a few of his shirts, just the tactical.
Oh yeah, he gave me some, dude. I'm gonna wear one next time on the podcast.
Did he give you the Stay Dirty one?
No.
That's cool.
You got to see the one he gave me. I'm not gonna bring it out yet, but he's doing some.
You're diss me?
He's doing some good shit right now, bro. Some videos and a program he's working on. It's gonna be pretty awesome. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can get him on the podcast next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, is he the guy from the VTSR?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought so.
Yep. So hey, so what do you got about this new police commissioner on New York?
Is the former commish of Nassau County.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
And for people that don't know, Nassau County is the western part of Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. You've been to Nassau County. You see what the police.
I lived in Nassau County.
So you know it's all about collecting revenue.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. You know, I was almost a Nassau County cop.
She's gonna ticket the city, man. She's gonna ticket the city. And people can't afford tickets right now.
So, brother, when I lived there back in the '90s, when I was in the Coast Guard, I was living in Nassau County, and I lived in Suffolk too, on Eaton's Neck. But I lived a long time in Nassau County, out in East Meadow.
Eaton Neck. So everybody, Eaton Neck is like the
Eaton's Neck, not eating neck. Eaton's Neck.
Eaton's Neck. So it is a high class neighborhood. It's the northern part of Long Island, Nassau County, and
on the other side of Asheroken,
which is another well off community. And what do you say the houses go there for? $1.5 million and up.
Oh, easy. Actually, 2.5 and up. So two things about Asheroken. You know who lived there?
Whom?
The owner of Sbarro Pizza, John Sbarro.
Yeah.
He lived in Asheroken, or he still lives. And Jackie Gleason's home was in Asheroken.
I did not know Jackie Gleason.
Yep, Jackie Gleason. So
Sbarros, yeah, man. Terry is her family is very close with the Sbarros. They were there. Terry's family owned a florist, and they were the exclusive florists to deliver to the Sbarros that passed away in the mausoleum.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, for Valentine's Day, they were the Sbarros' personal florist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're going down Asheroken, if you're heading towards Eaton's Neck, like a quarter mile in on the left-hand side, there's a gated house with 2 lions in the front. That was Sabaro's house. So anyway, yeah, very, very high class, bro. Very high class neighborhood. What was I talking about?
We were talking about the Nassau County
Police.
Commissioner.
So back when I was in Eaton's Neck, I lived there a long time in Nassau County, and I knew a lot of the Nassau County cops. So, you know, mind you, this was 20 plus years ago, back when they were a real police department, you know? I mean, and they were, you know, Nassau and Suffolk always go back and forth on who's the highest paid cops, right? They're the highest paid cops in the country.
Correct.
Right.
Suffolk is.
But now I went back there last year. Well, Nassau and Suffolk go back and forth all the time.
Right now it's Suffolk.
Right now it's Suffolk.
Yeah.
So I was back there. You remember in January of 2001 when I went to go do the Battle Line podcast, and I was out there with my son, and I was driving my son's car, and I was gonna borrow his car so I can run out, and I was taking him home from work, and he goes, "Hey, make sure you stop at the stop sign." I was like, "What?" He goes, "You rode the past 2 stop signs." I was like, "So?" He goes, "There's always a cop hanging out at this freaking corner waiting to people to roll." I was like, "Get out of here, dude." And I stopped at the sign and I roll up. Sure as shit, there's a cop hidden on the freaking corner waiting for...
You rolled it?
No. I did it right because he told me. But I was like, is that what Nassau County has to do right now? With all the fucking crime happening in New York, that's what they got to do, is sit there and wait for somebody to roll a stop sign?
Let me inform you of this. Their traffic violation department, right? Because there's a separate building that you have to go to pay traffic fines, and they are 7 years behind on citations. So imagine getting notified 7 years later that you had this ticket, and you ignored it and you thought it went away, but 7 years later they're coming for their money.
See, now that's something I'd have to look into, because doesn't due process apply to that shit too?
They're backlogged.
Statute of limitations?
Back when I lived there, they were backlogged.
Well, I you know what? I guess not, because when I was joining the Border Patrol, bro, in 1998, something showed up on my background, and I had to go to New York City and look for a ticket, and nobody had record of this ticket. They gave me this address down near Wall Street, right? And it was an old building. It had scaffolding on the outside. And I walked in. It's like you walk into an old apartment building and you go into a room and there's a bunch of old gray, silver-haired ladies there. And they had all these books, huge books that they roll over. And it was all done in like freaking dot matrix printout shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Wow.
Like archives.
Wow.
And I gave them the number and they walked around right to it and boom, boom, boom. And gave me a ticket, and I got a ticket for riding between the subway cars in 1982.
And this was when?
1998.
90.
So I had to go to court for that, and the judge looked at the ticket, and he was like, "So, Mr. Brugman, where you been?" And I was like, "Your Honor," he dismissed it.
Yeah.
He dismissed it, but the prosecutor was like, "Your Honor, just because people disappear for 15 plus years or whatever it was, doesn't mean that the statute of limitations." He goes, "This is my courtroom, sir." Boom. And he dismissed it. I was like, wow, thank you. Yeah. But I guess shit like that, though. You know what's crazy about Nassau County too? My son, before he moved here to Texas, got it. Remember I told you about it? He got a ticket from Nassau County because he was going around a turn and he wasn't above the speed limit, but the cop felt that he was taking a turn too quick for the turn. And I forgot what it was. I talked to you about that. Remember when the cop, like if the speed limit's 40, but it's raining out and the cop sees you doing 40, he might, it's too.
You could be going slower, right?
You should be going slower in these, but the speed limit's 40.
Right, I do.
And I'm doing 39.
Yes.
So, yeah, I forgot what they called it, something. But, dude, all these stupid fucking laws up there, bro. And now she's the commissioner of the NYPD?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have a woman commissioner of Suffolk County.
Right.
You have a woman commissioner of New York City. I do not know who took the role of commissioner in Nassau County because
Joey Buttafuoco.
Look into. Could you imagine? There is a name that I haven't heard in decades. That guy. Oh my goodness.
Joey Buttafuoco. Remember they used to call him Joey Buttfuckio?
I used to work on a meat truck. I had a meat delivery route that I used to drive around, and one of the stops at the grocery stores was in Merrick. And every time I would deliver there, what was her name? Amy Fisher.
Amy Fisher, yeah.
Her mother, that was her grocery
The Long
store.
Island Lolita.
So they would all be like, oh, they would all tell each other that she was in the store, and they'd all just come and watch her walk by.
No shit.
Like, why do you want to, how does...
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know either, dude.
Yeah,
So-
I always wanted to get my motorcycle license, right?
Right.
And I recently got my motorcycle license. They weren't going to issue me my motorcycle license here in South Carolina because a ticket popped up that had my license suspended in Maine.
Oh, shit.
So they give me a phone number to call. I call the phone number, and they're like, oh, yeah, this is from 1997. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, hold on, let me look. She tells me, oh, sometimes they just dismiss these things because they're so old. I was like, whatever has to be done. $50. I paid the $50.
Right. And you got your license. I mean, yeah. I guess there isn't a statute of limitation on those things, but it's just bullshit, dude.
Yeah. Could you imagine all that revenue that they know they're going to be collecting at least something?
Here's the thing,
in
man.
your case, I'm surprised they didn't clip you for like $20-$30,
Yeah, no shit. But
That's
but here's the thing, man. I got
people.
no use for New York City. I go back there every 5 or 6 years because for some reason or another I have to.
It's very nostalgic when I'm there.
Yeah, there's so many other places I'd rather be, and if something goes sideways, that's the last place I want to be because the laws ain't on your side, you know.
Correct.
Here in Texas and Florida and a lot of places that I hang out in, the laws are on your side for the most part,
Right. Stand your ground.
Exactly.
Right.
In New York
Don't let
City,
nobody intimidate you.
In New York City, it's retreat or be hung,
Yep. Take the beating. Retreat or take the beating.
Exactly. And fuck that. I'm not a take the beating or retreat kind of guy.
Now, look, I know we probably talked about this in the last podcast, but it really hurts me to see the NYPD Brothers in Blue arresting people for being in a food establishment and not having a COVID card. That means people like you and I, where our states don't require COVID card vaccine,
right?
We can't go to these states now.
Nope. We can't go
They won't
home.
let us in. They lock us out.
Not that I want to go there, but yeah, no, you're right.
What does that do
and
to
who was
tourism?
it? Who was it? The American sheriff, who, by the way, just started following me on Instagram.
No.
Yeah, freaking Mark Lamb started following me on Instagram.
What up, Sheriff Lamb?
What's up, Sheriff Lamb? But I forgot if it was him or Grant or Grant Allen. One of them came up and called out to the law enforcement brothers, says, this isn't why you took the oath. Remember we were talking last time about lawful orders? You got to take, your job is to take orders, but it has to be a lawful order. If your commissioner comes up and says, you know what, I need you to shoot that guy. I order you to shoot that guy. I was like, well, you can't just come up and shoot a guy because you were ordered to. It's got to be a lawful order. And I just can't.
How are they going to discipline these officers if they do that? If they're saying, yo, I'm not arresting these people for not having a COVID card. That's
right.
Nazism.
Yeah, exactly. I agree, bro. And
now what can the NYPD uppers do to it's no choice for them. They have to do it because they're doing it. We see them doing it, and they're saying, "I'm just following orders. There's a time to follow orders."
You know what I think, bro? I agree. But you know what I think? I think that the officers of the NYPD are just so sick and tired of being shit on by everybody. You know, because everybody's fighting them back. And they know that these people are law-abiding citizens who ain't going to fight back. And they're just, you know what? Let's do this. It's not going to get me killed. You know? I mean, that's what they've reduced the NYPD to.
They just got a fresh batch of rookies in.
Yep.
You know, I think it's like, what was it, like 3,000 or something they got?
Amazing that they got that many.
So they have this fresh blood in there. And these guys going to learn to follow orders that's
a whole new generation of NYPD.
Yep. Right. They're going to be brainwashed.
Dude, if they ran into freaking old school cops like freaking Bernard Carrick and freaking all these other guys, dude, they would never have done it.
No. Even the type of cop back then was always the tough guy from another neighborhood, you know? He knew to crack you when you need to be cracked. He knew to let you walk when you need to be walked. He knew to arrest you when you need to be arrested.
Yep.
Very in tune with the community.
You know that old cop from Fort Apache, what's his name? His name's Ralph. Oh man, I can't remember. I got his picture in my head. He was a street warrior. Most decorated cop in the NYPD. Dude, this dude wouldn't have any of that shit, dude. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to get him on the podcast, too. I'm going to write that down. But, yeah.
I forget his name.
Yeah. But, dude, I know who he is. Dude, that's what I'm telling you. That COVID shit has just freaking, I can't remember simple things, bro.
Well, if you're losing your hair, that means something's going
Shut
on
your
in
face.
your brain.
Shut your whore mouth. Dude, in Colorado, my friend's wife started saying that shit to me. She was like, shut your whore mouth. I was like, excuse me? That was awesome. But
dude, I haven't shaved since Thanksgiving.
Neither have I.
It looks like 5 o'clock shadow. You know
dude, I grow that shit in 2 days.
Yeah, I can't. It grows like pubic hair.
I grow that right there. I look like that in 2 days, 2 or 3 days.
Same white too, right? You get that white stripe.
Oh yeah, I got the freaking skunk stripes happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you know what? I got no use for New York City. We've been spending too much time talking about New York City, but I hope this new mayor brings better things than De Blasio. I can't see how it could be any worse. If it's worse, holy shit! The fact that this guy, he's a Democrat, but he was a cop for 22 years, so. I don't know. Maybe it's all for the better. You know, I mean, I can't see it anywhere. I thought Bloomberg was a horrible mayor when he took away the big gulps.
Fuck that guy. And moving on.
Yeah. So, have you been hit by Omicron yet, bro?
It says it's hit my state.
Yeah, it's going crazy all across the country, dude. You know,
The flu.
Yeah, the flu. That's all it is, dude. I mean. It's you know, I got this bad cough that I caught in freaking Colorado because of the cold, but I've had this cough.
You got to stop leaving Texas, man.
Dude, you know what? Kim told me, she goes, I can't take vacations with you anymore because every time you go on vacation, you freaking look like you're going to die.
It's all right. I got my can of oxygen.
That's it. That's it. I wish I'd have brung it in here. It's sitting over there. You know,
I'd have bought a couple of cases of that.
Right, dude. But you know what? You know what I just did? I just went to freaking I just created a Getter account.
Yeah, me too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Big Daddy Roughneck?
No, I couldn't do it because they only allow you 15 characters.
Oh.
So I didn't want it to look like a run-on. So it's TJ Anatra SR.
Okay, so make sure you go follow him on Getter, and I'm Gary Brugman on Getter. So we'll try to get those accounts going. Try to follow us there, and yeah, man, it's supposed to be good, dude. I've about had it with everything else. Instagram don't treat me too bad, but you know, a while ago they deleted my main account, lost a lot of pictures there.
Dude, I'm a nothing account. I'm a small account. I got 450 people,
right?
You know, that are following me. I like to keep it small and quaint. And I would get on my stories, I would get anywhere from, you know, let's say 150 views minimum to I was hitting 250 out of the 450 that were following me were watching my story.
Mm-hmm.
Now I go on there, I can't crack over 30 sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yep.
Now it's either because people are following way too many people to go through their phone for that post to come up, relevant, or I'm getting shadow banned. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a little of both.
Because the way we speak, and we're constitutionalists, we're enemies of the people that are in charge right now.
Yep. So, but yeah, so we got accounts on Getter. So go to Gary Brugman on Getter, and you are at
TJANATRASR.
Senior, baby, senior. So
Yes.
So, dude, if it's not canceled due to Omicron, I'm going to SHOT Show. I'm excited about it. I was planning who I'm going to visit in the booths and all that shit already, which booths I'm going to visit, because there's a lot going on. And Burbies is happening while I'm there too, which is a veteran networking event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Burbies is happening, so I'm going to be there. Scott, my brother Scott, Warfighter Scott from Warfighter Tobacco, and my brother Jim are going to be there. So I'm going to be with homeboys while I'm up there. There we go. I'm your Huckleberry.
The Warfighter boys.
I'm your Huckleberry too, brother.
You guys. Stop with that thing.
Okay, we'll go old school then.
Is the Ashton Kutcher coming through the kitchen?
That motherfucker better stay out my house. He took 2 of my women. Demi Moore and Mila Kunis.
Yeah, but he didn't get your girl Chanel.
Oh, no. She's still waiting on me. I'm going to get there. I love that knucklehead, man.
I know you do.
Oh, dude, I love me some Chanel West Coast, bro.
You love that show.
Oh, yeah, dude. Every time she laughs and does something stupid, I freaking love it. And Kim just looks at me like, really? I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like, yeah, boom, boom, boom.
It's that type of humor.
Yeah. So dude, I'm going to SHOT Show, and I'm already planning which booths I'm going to. My brother Victor Avila is going, so we're gonna do a desert gun shoot and stuff. And but there's another thing going on down here in Texas in February, and it's called the Gundy Awards. Go to the Gundys, GUNDIES, Gundys, and it's kind of they pick all these categories of awards that they're gonna give out. Right, and it's down here. It's down here in Uvalde, Texas, at drivetanks.com. So I missed it.
Nice.
I missed it last year, and that's where everybody in the gun industry, influencers and whatever, they're there because they got like a dozen different categories. Like most dapper shooter, most biggest influencer, content creator, best shooter, best tactical instructor. All that shit.
Gundys, okay.
Check it out. Make an account at thegundys.com, and I'll put it right here, thegundys.com, and vote for your favorite. I already voted for some of mine. I think you get several votes a day. So check it out, man. It's pretty badass. I tried nominating myself to get a Gundy Award, but it didn't work. So now I'm actually trying to get to the Gundys. And bring the podcast from there, because I'm gonna be doing this podcast from SHOT Show, so I'm gonna try to do it from the Gundys as well if they'll let me do it.
Nice.
So,
did you get GoPro?
Not yet.
Put that on your list.
GoPro.
GoPro.
Yes.
I
gotta learn how to use a GoPro. But
one button.
That's
one
it.
Button. That's it.
Man. But yeah, so the Gundys.com is right here. And of course, SHOT Show is freaking amazing. I am the media director for 5150 Rifles. They'll be debuting a new rifle. Check it out. 51, the number 51 and the word 50. 5150rifles.com. Check it out. It's right here. Check them out as well.
150.
Check out Pad Shops. There we go. Check out Pad Shops right here, baby. They make the best patches around. All right, contact my brother Tim at padshops.com. And got a few books for you to read because I forgot them the last few podcasts. All right, so let's go ahead and Welcome to Blackwater by my brother Morgan Lorette. Dude, this is a great book. Very entertaining. You won't believe the shit that this man freaking says in this book. It's fucking great. All right. Of course, my brother John Nicholas Castle, John 15:13. Read this book. He's got a new book coming out. My brother John St. Nick. He's got a new book coming out. Make sure you check it out as well. And of course, my brother Victor Avila, Agent Under Fire. He was one of the 2 ICE agents that got ambushed by Las Zetas cartel back in 2011. They killed his partner, Jaime Zapata. And they got the guys that did it, and they actually convicted him. But in appeals, the Court of Appeals in Washington, D.C. threw out the fucking case because they said, we don't have jurisdiction in Mexico. This happened in Mexico. So they let the guys walk after they were convicted. So there's a new law that's out, and it's the Jaime Zapata Victor Avila Law Enforcement Protection Act. So right now, no matter where in the world a crime is committed against a federal officer, you're going to jail. They have jurisdiction. So that's a new law that was just passed. He invited me to the ceremony, and it was pretty awesome. Victor, I can't
believe that's even a question. I mean,
that's what I said, but that's why they threw the fucking case out. They said we didn't have jurisdiction because it happened in Mexico.
Amazing.
They killed a fucking U.S. agent. Who cares if it was in Mexico?
Correct.
You know? But,
correct.
Yeah, man, it was just freaking insane, man. Insane. How's the weather where you're at?
Cold.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was 65 here today, but it was freaking in the 20s this past week while I was in Colorado.
Yeah, and the winds, man. We had a rainstorm come through here. Rain and wind. I thought we had a tornado outside. It was crazy.
Yeah, dude. When I was in Colorado, dude, all that shit came through there. They had 100-mile winds. That's what sparked that. That's what sparked that fire.
Yeah,
you know,
high winds like that. Gotta be careful, dude. What do you think about the Border Patrol agents that were shot at from Mexico?
You know, I don't have all the details on that yet, but that's not an oddball.
You see 4 or 5 shots, man, in the fender up into the hood.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it. I don't have all the details, but dude, that's something that's been happening for decades. But still,
that's not an act of war.
It sure is.
Act of hostility?
Dude, I got freaking shot at from freaking Mexico.
So why don't we go to war with them now? Obviously, they can't handle their own people.
Dude,
it's time to bring the military in. I would bring the military in.
They don't consider it an act of war. You know why they don't consider it?
Fucking invade them.
You know why they don't consider it an act of war? Because it's not the military doing it. It's civilians. It's a crime. It's not an act of war.
It's organized crime.
It is organized crime, but it's not the government.
RICO. You know?
Yeah, we can't RICO. Dude, they don't. They wouldn't prosecute murderers. You think they're gonna prosecute the fucking cartel?
I know. I'm just saying. You know, you got these guys. If they were operating on our border, they'd be all smacked with a RICO.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, it's just crazy, man. Nobody knows what our Border Patrol agents go through. I do, but you know,
daily, right.
You know,
exactly. On the daily, nobody has a clue what they go through on the daily.
The shit that they go through is just fucking insane. Nobody knows the shit that's happening to them. They can't even picture it. Like Kim, I took her down to the border a few weeks ago to see a concert at my friend Will's bar, Cooters in Eagle Pass, and Cooters in Eagle Pass, baby, dude, best bar. I wish that bar was there when I lived there, but she couldn't believe that she was in the United States.
Oh, really?
She couldn't believe she was in the United States. She was like, everything was in Spanish. She looked around and she says, she'll tell you, it was like we were in Mexico. She couldn't believe it was the United States of America, Eagle Pass.
But everybody spoke English?
No,
spoke Spanish.
Dude, when I first got to Eagle Pass, when I was first went into Border Patrol, I was still a trainee. I needed an ironing board. So I went to Walmart and I was like, do you have ironing boards? Si tenemos que? Tablas de planchar? Oh, aisle 3. Aisle 3? Sí, la 3. I'm like, pick a fucking language. You know? Pick a fucking and dude, they would do that to you all the time. I went to Church's Chicken one time and I was like, yeah, let me get a 3-piece fries and a Coke.
Biscuit.
Yeah.
3-piece biscuit.
And yeah, let me get a 3-piece. And she says, ¿Y papitas? I was like, yeah, fries. And she goes, ¿Y pa tomar? I was like, make it a Coke. And she's like, ¿No quieres hablar español? She said, you don't want to speak Spanish?
Right.
I told her no. And she says, ¿Por qué no? Why not? I was like,
right.
Because I'm in the fucking United States. We speak English here. You want to speak Spanish? Speak Spanish. I speak English. You know? But yeah, she couldn't believe it. All the signs, bienvenidos, and mayoreo, manudeo, everything. Wow. She was like, and then I took her up the border and we went into a couple of spots where I used to work near where I had my incident. And she was just like, wow.
We got a town like that on Long Island. It's called Brentwood.
Yeah, no shit.
It's like, dude, it's like when you go to Brentwood now, it's like going to South America.
And me having lived on Long Island.
No, I'm sorry, Central America. Let me get it right. I'm sorry. It's like going to Central America.
And that was funny to me because I actually lived there, so I know what you're talking about.
Right. Yep.
Oh, man.
Good old Brentwood. That's where I was born and raised for the first 13 years of my life.
Dude, you know what? We're out of time.
Woo, that went by quick.
It sure fucking did, man. It sure did. Who did I miss? I missed Spectre Hosters, R2 Ammo. Thank you guys for being amazing, including me in all you do. My brother Victor Avila, running for Texas Land Commissioner. Texas Land Commissioner, yeah, that's it. And don't forget my brother Chad Prather, running for Texas Governor. Vote Chad Prather for Texas. He's what we need. And dude, my love goes out to everybody out there, bro. I mean, dude, thank you for being out here with me today. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Well, that concludes this episode of the Gary Brugman Podcast. Please like and subscribe on social media. This is your man, Big Daddy Roughneck, saying stay frosty and always watch your six.
Brother, it sounds like we're both fucked up on that one.
You gotta watch the video of this one.
All right, everybody. Thank you for spending another hour with me and my brother Big Daddy Roughneck on the Gary Brugman Podcast. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay vigilant, be savage always. God bless y'all. God bless Texas. God bless America. Love y'all. Peace.
Recording stopped.
Well, Mr. Brugman.